Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today, I am here with run number 3 and well, as you can see we have a lot more different encounters. So we'll be trying clay again and I think I would like to change my entire team, and also I will talk about what teams did I get for this run. So as you can see, this time we had the fire starter, which luckily this time managed to survive. That's pretty good actually. Then we had Lillipup. I think this was in route 20, I believe, right? No, this was in Flockacy Ranch. Okay. Yeah, so I got this in Flockacy Ranch instead of the, Swaddle. I don't remember where I got the Swaddle then though. I got this on route 20. Okay, yeah, so this one I got in route 20, and the Lillipup I got in Flockacy Ranch, just like our very first run. Then unfortunately I got this thing on route 4, which is pretty unfortunate because in my opinion this is like one of the worst Pokemon you can get from that route. But oh well, unfortunately no Darumaka this time on the run. But luckily, the reason why my starter is alive this time is because, okay, well, to be honest, even though we got Magneton this time, which, I did get Magnemite this time rather than, getting screwed by a coughing, it turns out Magnet Pull, like not Magnet Pull, but, what was the ability name again? Yeah, Static. Static is a dumb ability, which is, supposed to give myself a higher chance of finding an electric type on a route. But hey man, apparently not having that actually increases your chances of getting one. So also, by the way, this time I did not go for Eevee on Castilia City. So yeah, this time I got a Tranquil over here. And unfortunately, before we move on to the party, sadly this time we had 2 deaths. So rest in peace Patrat, he was sacrificed on Cheren. And then we also got a Sandile from Desert Resort, far as I remember. Which, I know this Pokemon can literally like sweep the Elite Four for the most part. I know that because I have beaten the hardcore Nuzlocke of this game. And yes, Crocodile was on my Elite Four team. But unfortunately, I did not get many good counters to Elisa. So unfortunately, Sandile got pursued by her Zipstrika at the end. So yeah, that was pretty unfortunate, but I think I could not have escaped that fight without some bloodshed. But yeah, anyways, now for the main things. So we got Livani, but this time instead of a Roselia, we finally got a Heracross, which is what I wanted in the last run. And this is what honestly gives me more hope in run number 3, because Heracross can pretty much take care of this Excadrill problem that we had in the last run. Well, provided I played this correctly, because Excadrill is still a pretty dangerous Pokemon, but Heracross should hopefully be able to take care of it. Then I got Azumarill over here from the route where I got Tranquil last time, which I believe is called route 6. And as for anybody wondering where's my Ducklet, unfortunately I was using Magneton to catch it, and I did not see that Thunder Shock and Thunder Wave were not on the slot where I thought they were. So I clicked Thunder Shock instead of Thunder Wave. So I ended up killing that encounter. So pretty unfortunate, but to be honest, Swanna is not that good of a Pokemon anyway. So I'm not too torn up about it. I'm more torn up about the fact that we lost Sandile. But that's how run number 3 is going. But I've already dealt with all the gym trainers now. So let's go ahead and fight Clay now that you guys have caught up on what we have in this run. Sadly, this time the Herdier we got is Sandras, so can't use Intimidate strats, but I think this is probably better than Crobat anyway. Though I'm not gonna lie, one thing that I'm scared of in this fight is Bulldoze, because Bulldoze can really screw me over. But well, I guess at this point I can only hope that it doesn't screw me over. All right, here we are, and now all we can do now is pray and hope that run number 3 is the one that makes it through Clay this time. Hopefully we can beat him though, because Clay, I would say, is pretty much the type of gym leader where if you have the answers for him, you have the answers for him, but if you don't, well, you don't and you lose your run. So well, hopefully this time that we have, the counters to this guy, well, at least one counter, I suppose. But yeah, let's see how well that works. By the way, one major change that I did is that I actually decided to teach Seed Bomb to Livani over here. I didn't do this last run because I thought that Seed Bomb wouldn't make much difference, plus Razor Leaf's high crit rate could help against the Excadrill. But of course, that plan was that, was to follow up with a Rock Smash from Watchog, which obviously Excadrill screwed us over hard on by flinching my Watchog once and then also my Dwebble once as well. So yeah, that was cringe, but oh well, what can you do, I suppose. But anyways, okay, so I would like Onyx to lower my HP a little bit because what I want is Excadrill to not click Bulldoze as soon as I bring Heracross, because I want Heracross to be faster. But anyways, okay, I think I'm just gonna click return here. So here's the thing about Explosion Pokemon. Explosion is not clicked by a Pokemon when it sees a kill, by the way, for anybody wondering. So most of the time what happens is that the Pokemon AI sees whether one of its moves can kill your Pokemon or not. So if it sees that one of its moves can kill your Pokemon, oh my god, that was a lot of damage. Okay, I'm not sure if I should sack Livani over here, but I really would hope that okay, no, it's Sand Slash. I'm not gonna lie, I would have kept Livani in, but that Rock Slide did honestly more than I thought it would. Which isn't great, but okay, I think Sand Slash is also clicking Rock Slide, right? I'm not sure if I can do any. I don't think I can do anything with Audino, if I can be honest. I don't want to switch to Herdier because Herdier is pretty frail at this point in the game, and Drillbur doesn't really have anything. I only just brought him here just as a Rock Slide resistance, but let's see. I think Azumarill should be fine. I kind of wanted to keep Azumarill for the Excadrill, but I guess we do not get that advantage of keeping it healthy for that one. So this was kind of like my contingency answer, but hey man, if things are going to go that bad, then I guess I can't really do much about it, huh? I'm risking Aqua Tail over here. I'm not gonna lie, I hate clicking Aqua Tail. Like for people, okay, thank god first of all this move didn't miss, because yeah, a lot of people complain about how Focus Blast is a freaking inaccurate and weak move. Like not weak move, but like it's an inaccurate move, and so it's heavily unreliable. Oh my god, dude. Okay, not gonna lie, this Pokemon is being too much of a problem right now with that boost that it has managed to get. So that's not that's not great. But anyways, okay, let's see if Audino can take this hit a little bit better. Okay, it can, which is definitely good to see. But anyway, let's see how much return does. Okay, Quick Claw activated. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I literally had like nothing better to give to Audino, so okay, I think I can live another hit, right? Well, I would have preferred getting, okay, good. Okay then, so now this is random move. I think I'm gonna go into Drillbur once. I don't know if Drillbur would die or not. What I would hate over here for Sand Slash to do is to click Bulldoze, because I want Heracross to be faster than Excadrill, which I feel like he should be, but I'm not too sure. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do not want to risk Drillbur over here. I have given him Eviolite, which does boost his bulk, but I'm not gonna lie, I think this fight may be claiming a Pokemon over here. Honestly, I mean, what do I even have to lose, I guess? Yeah, let's try Drillbur. I just don't want Sand Slash to click freaking Bulldoze on me. Okay, it was Crush Claw, which I think is fine. Okay, not really. Okay. Should I just switch into Heracross? I think Heracross would be faster, but I'm not sure if Heracross can actually kill the Excadrill. And Excadrill might be able to kill this thing with Rock Slide. So that is my huge issue over here. I do not know honestly what to do here. I think Drillbur should be faster, but I'm not sure. Sandslash is not the slowest Pokemon in the world. Honestly, you know what? I think I should probably just sack something over here just to be safe. And I think it would be, Azumarill that I sack, because as you can see, it has Thick Fat, which is why the Aqua Tail did not do any damage. Yeah, I kind of got absolutely screwed over by this Azumarill not getting huge power, but I guess it is a 1 in 3 chance to get, huh? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think I have already lost this fight once, so I really should just play play safe over here and not risk any crits anymore. So yeah, let's just switch to Azumarill and yeah, say goodbyes. Unfortunately, at this point in the game, I feel like these deaths are gonna just keep coming. which isn't great, but oh well, man, not not really much I can do about that if I can be honest. But anyways, okay, so now that Hornbees is in, yeah, let's just click brick break. It doesn't really matter what I click here. What matters is that do we one shot the freaking Excadrill? I'm not gonna lie, given the level difference, I would say that's probably not happening, but I guess the only thing we can now hope is that the Excadrill cannot actually kill us. But anyways, okay. Alright, let's see if you're stubborn enough to stop me from killing Excadrill right here. Which is, by the way, very good to see that Joy Nature is finally coming in clutch. Unfortunately, the Excadrill lives, and I'm going to guess because we're faster, he's going to click Bulldoze first. Yep. Yeah, because that's how Pokemon AI works. But now the question is, can I survive a Rock Slide? And if I can, do I get flinched? Oh. Okay, does that kill me with a crit? Okay, it would have killed me with a crit, but I think we just won. Okay, well, finally. Oh my god. Yeah, see, this is why I was so bummed out by getting Roselia early on. Don't get me wrong, it's a good Pokemon, but not for this part of the game. But luckily this time, now that we had horned these nuts, yeah, Clay goes down. By the way, very glad to see that our run number 3 is finally going past Gym 5. But anyways, okay, and now we get the Quake badge. I think that's what this thing is called, right? I don't remember if I can be honest. But yeah, anyways, okay, that's pretty good, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I was able to reach this point of the game pretty quickly after I lost my run number 2, but yeah, unfortunately I have to wait for a week before I can start recording these things again, but hey, at least we are here now. Okay, so far as I know, now there will be a world tournament, what do you call it? A world tournament intro, right? Although I don't think it would be world tournament right now, it would be the Driftveil tournament. But anyways, okay, so now I think for a pretty long time we won't be facing any other gym because... Okay, oh my god, yeah, now we're gonna be just talking about how Clay let, Team Plasma escape back in the day, I guess. Well, I'm not too sure. Okay, he's just asking them why, he... What do you call it? He's asking Clay why he let Team Plasma just, be forgiven. Because, now they have their base over here. Well, the ex-Team Plasma members anyway. But, hey, it is what it is. But anyways, alright. Not gonna lie, 3 deaths on this run is kind of rough. But, I would say the only death we had that, actually screwed us over was the death on freaking Sandshrew. Or like, Sandile, yeah. I almost called him Sandshrew, but, yeah. Unfortunately, rest in peace, ball in these nuts. It would have been really lovely if we could ball, but unfortunately to ball, we had to sacrifice one of you. So, that's kind of unfortunate, but anyways, okay. What do I even bring to this? I think Pignite is probably the best choice over here. And I think we can even evolve Herdier and Excadrill right now, which is amazing. Although I think the Ordino really doesn't serve any purpose at this point in the game. So yeah, I'll just bring Magneton onto the team. Though to be honest, I think I should probably access Chargestone Cave first before I, proceed forward. Because yeah, I need to level up Magneton in Electric Field, I think that's what it's called. And the only electric field in this game is in Chargestone Cave. So yeah, only there can we evolve Magneton into Magnezone. Also, by the way, probably should heal my Pokemon over here. Alright, here we are at the PWT. By the way, I'm gonna go for another encounter in this area right here, but we can't get it just yet. Okay, well, we can, but anyway, so the cool thing about this place is that now we have access to the move Deleter, which is this guy. The move Learner, which is, this girl over here. And as far as I remember, this guy helps you to know what the hidden power type is on your Pokemon. Well, too bad this guy has no job anymore, because, yeah, after Gen 8, hidden power was removed. Here we are. Oh yeah, this place, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how many of you people have, played Gen 5, but yeah, for me, this is the place I spend most of my hours on in this game. I'm not gonna lie, whenever I start a new save file for this game, I always came over here and then unlocked the champions and the Rental Master tournament as soon as possible. And yeah, then I just did the Rental Masters tournament. I don't know, I just really find it fun. I still have an emulator on my mobile phone to, play this thing whenever I want. So yeah. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. But anyways, okay, so now we have to go into this tournament. I'm not gonna lie, as far as I remember, people just say that, any deaths in this tournament are just never counted. Though I don't think it's too big of a deal if you ask me. But anyways, okay, so I think before we go in, let me just, get some evolutions right here. So I think my next level cap should be 35 or something. I'm honestly not too sure what my next level cap is. But anyways, couldn't get this guy to evolve on run number 1, considering we literally wiped to Cheren and then we never got a Herdier as our encounter again. But since run number 3 has a surviving dog this time, let's take this boy all the way to his final evolution. And now our dog on these nuts have grown to their maximum potential, which is called Stoutland. But anyways, that's pretty cool. And I think this guy can also evolve, which is pretty cool too, because hey, we just murdered an Excadrill, and that definitely cannot be helpful to the ecosystem now, can it be?
Bruh.
But not yet, because don't worry, you will know why I delayed this evolution right now. Okay, my god, how long does it take to... Okay, I do not remember the moveset too well then, I suppose. I thought you only needed to delay this thing's evolution by just 1 level. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Make sure if you're playing, you're planning to use an Excadrill on your team, you do this. You delay its evolution so that, you can get access to Earthquake. And now, we can let it evolve. Since we have murdered an Excadrill, might as well give back the world what we have taken from it. So honestly, you know what, not gonna lie, doing this in front of Clay is pretty funny, considering we just murdered his Excadrill and then got one for ourselves. But hey, now we can drill some nuts finally, because now Excadrill is fully tooled up. But anyways, okay, so this guy will not evolve just yet. And this guy, as far as I remember, cannot evolve just yet as well, because my level cap does not allow it. A bummer if you ask me, but hey, I'll at least take this guy to level 32. I feel like that should be safe, but okay, Heat Crash. I'm not sure what I should put over Heat Crash. Honestly, I'm not even sure if we need this move right now. It is a decent move, don't get me wrong, but it's more beneficial once this thing becomes Embor. When this thing's weight really becomes heavy. So I think for now, I'll just keep Heat Crash, off the books. And then we just level up this thing. Okay, Helping Hand is a pointless move. And I think we just level up Heracross as well. I do not know when he learns his actual good move, but hopefully that's sooner than later. But anyways, okay, so for here, I don't think you get XP from fighting in this place. So I think I'll just, give these guys the best items I think that is, available to them. Also, what is my Excadrill holding? That's still holding Eviolite, right? We do not need this anymore, dude. Because you're now a fully evolved Pokemon, so you do not get any boosts from that. Magneton can still get it though, so I guess maybe I should put it on him. Though not gonna lie, probably not gonna bring him to this fight over here, considering, as far as I remember, our battles in this renter tournament, they're set. So as far as I remember, our battle will be against our rival, who has a Duwat at this point. So Swaddle these nuts is definitely coming. One fight is against Colress, so definitely bring in Excadrill for that one. And I think our third battle is with Cheren, so Heracross should be able to handle it. So I'm not sure what I should keep in as my lead. So anyways, let's go ahead and see how we do at the Driftville tournament, and hopefully we do not lose any Pokemon here. Not gonna lie, I don't remember if I ever lost any Pokemons in this tournament, but not gonna lie, if that happens, that kind of sucks, because this one can be a little bit tough. But anyways, okay, so our first battle here is against Wannabe. I guess my god, did they say first enters these nuts? Well, they have quite the amazing guest then for, the first entry to their Wannabe's pushing his limits in order to find his important Pokemon. Well, I think it's actually his sister's Pokemon, not his, but oh well, I suppose, whatever it is. But anyways, by the way, while this is going on, there's something I just recently learned. So, one of my viewers for this series, particularly Arcane Cosmo, is doing his very first Hard Gold on his channel. And there, he has a friend called That Cool Raichu, who has also watched one of this series' episode. I think the very first one. And so yeah, so there he talked about in his latest episode that apparently the three legendary beasts, the ones that Ho-Ho revived in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or like Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Yeah, so apparently those are cats, not dogs. Now I'm not gonna lie, I knew about the fact that they are cats because come on guys, look at Entei and Raikou. They clearly look a lot like cats if you ask me. Okay, my god, I just realized I have 2 4 times weak to flying Pokemon, huh? Well, that's definitely not good. Well, luckily at least I have 1 resistance to flying on my team, though I don't remember if Excadrill has Rock Slide. I really hope I do because I don't want to spam... Okay, I don't want to spam Metal Claw because, yeah, actually now that I think about it, I think my set is almost exactly the same as Clay's as well, except I have Earthquake instead of Bulldoze. That's kind of funny if you ask me. Okay, so I would switch in, okay, maybe I should. The thing about Simisage is that Simisage learns Acrobatics, which can be a bit problematic for Heracross and Leavanny especially. Leavanny should be able to destroy this guy. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I need to complicate this too much. Yeah, let's just click Rock Slide. By the way, I'm pretty sure Metal Claw and Rock Slide are the exact same base power because, well, Metal Claw is only 50 base power, so even if Excadrill gets stab on it, it doesn't really do that much extra damage. Okay, actually, now that I think about it, I should have just clicked Earthquake. That was an unnecessary risk, but anyways. Yeah, so he was talking, so yeah, That Cool Raichu was talking about how all 3 of the legendary beasts are actually cats. Now, don't get me wrong, I agree with that one for at least Entei and Raikou. I just never agreed on Suicune though, because Suicune kind of looks like a dog if you ask me, because his snout is pretty big. Which, by the way, is a huge difference in cat and dog anatomy because, yeah, cats are more designed to be able to, one-shot, whoever's throat they grab. But dogs, on the other hand, have longer snouts so that, they can have better stamina and they can actually have, like, better sense of smell than cats. So, yeah. I always thought that Suicune was a dog, but apparently it turns out that, yeah, I left a comment just discussing that only. And That Cool Raichu explained that apparently Suicune is actually based on a leopard. And that's because the original design for Suicune apparently did look like a leopard. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty cool fact. I did not know about that one. Honestly, I'd see a kind of a resemblance, though I'm not gonna lie, the closest thing that Suicune resembles, that is, a cat, is a freaking hyena. And by the way, yes, for anybody wondering, hyenas are cats. Because hyenas are in the, Felid species group. So, yeah, Felid, if you don't know, is the, species for cats. So, yeah, that's definitely something about, hyenas, if you did not know about that. I know, like, when I first learned this as a kid, I was also shocked that hyenas are not dogs. But, yeah, they really are not. Okay, Cincino. I'm not gonna lie, I was really afraid that this Pokemon might become my encounter this run, but luckily he didn't. The problem with Cincino becoming your encounter is that Cincino sucks because it's a shiny stone evolution. So yeah, if you get Cincino directly, Cincino learns no moves. If you get Minccino, that's pretty fine, honestly, because Minccino has decent abilities, and if you evolve into Cincino after it has learned good moves, it's a pretty good Pokemon. Like, I remember using it, I think, in one of my failed runs for the Elite Four. Though Cincino was not the reason I failed the runs. The runs were going pretty well. But, yeah. Anyways, okay, so now we'll be fighting Cordus again. I don't remember what kind of Pokemon he has. I think he still should keep his Magneton. I just don't remember if it has Sturdy or not. Which, by the way, yeah, I forgot to talk about this, but Arcane Cosmo, I recommended to him that, since he was looking for Pokemon to use on his main team, because he currently was using a Noctowl and a Togetic, and he decided to replace the Noctowl later down the line. Well, I guess it's not a Noctowl right now, it's a Hoothoot. So, yeah, he wanted to replace it, and he wanted to originally go with a, Fire type. Unfortunately, just like Sinnoh, Johto is not kind to Fire types. So, yeah, Fire type options are very limited. So, I recommended to him my favorite Bug type, which is Heracross. And yeah, he has been using that and says that he really likes that Pokemon. Which, to be honest, you know what? I don't blame him. Heracross is amazing for, the early to mid game parts of Gen 2. I would say Heracross does fall off in the end game, unfortunately, because, Bug and Fighting is just not a useful ability later down the line. But, hey man, early game, Yeah, oh, okay, oh my god. Staying in on this thing is definitely a risk, but I'm not gonna lie, I think this thing does learn Focus Blast. And far as I know, it also learns Signal Beam, which cannot be very good. Yeah, LGM and Behem definitely scare me because yes, they are frail and slow Pokemon, but they also have very high special attacks. So yeah, this can do some damage, honestly. Although I do have a decent bit of level advantage over them, so I shouldn't be that much scared. But yeah, this Pokemon can definitely go crazy if you let it set up. But luckily we can just stop it right here, and now we have Clink. Which honestly, yeah, this Pokemon is... well, what can I say about Clink? It's really not that good if I can be honest. Don't get me wrong, I think Clink Clang is a pretty decent Pokemon. Heck, if you play Blaze Black 2 Redux, Clink Clang was an absolutely broken Pokemon because it was a Steel type with Levitate. So you could literally just set up with Gear Grind and just sweep the entire, 5th gym in Blaze Black 2, which by the way is a ROM hack of this game. So yeah, Clay is even harder in that gym fight. Unfortunately, I never got one because Clink is pretty rare in that game. But yeah, Clink is pretty broken in that game. But unfortunately, in Vanilla, yeah, Clink and Clink Clang are just too bad because Clink Clang just evolves way too late. Unfortunately, that is just a problem with a lot of Pokemon in this game, like Gen 5, because, I don't know, I think maybe it was because of the Audino encounters they thought that would be okay. So I'm not gonna lie, as I remember, Chansey and Audino have the exact same property, right, where they give a lot of experience when you defeat them. I'm not too sure, I'm pretty sure Chansey also has this exact same thing, and in Gen 1, you could grind out Chanseys because, well, once you get access to, Cerulean Cave, where Mewtwo is, that place is full of Chanseys, or you can, I guess you can't really do that in Safari Zone because you can't battle anybody there. But yeah, okay, so I think I'm gonna call the first episode right here. So yeah, if you guys like what you see, then be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And in the comment section, you tell me what are your hopes for this particular run right here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit concerned for the next gym leader, which, spoiler alert, is a flying type gym leader. So yeah, definitely a huge problem given the fact that I have 3 Pokemon over here that are weak to flying. But I also have decent resistances, like, for example, I think Magneton should be able to just deal with most of the Pokemon here. And Excadrill has a resistance to flying too, so that's pretty cool. Also, Stoutland is a pretty strong Pokemon, so I think in cases where I don't want to get these 2 chipped, I can just use Stoutland to do some hefty damage. So I'm not gonna lie, that's more in Nuzlocke runs where I am not following a level cap. Oh well, okay, I'm following a level cap, but not this weird level cap where I'm under-leveled compared to my opponents. But anyways, I guess we'll see that whenever we reach over there. So yeah, until then, have a wonderful day everyone, and I hope to see you all in the next one.